Hello everyone, welcome once again to Learn Mathematics. This is Rekha Chabra, your maths teacher. Students, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and keep learning mathematics through my YouTube videos. So we were doing chapter number 7, integrals, in which we have already talked about indefinite integrals in my earlier videos, and in the last video lecture we started with definite integrals. Definite integrals basically deals in area under the curve and it gives us a definite value. So today let's learn definite integrals by substitution method. Substitution method is nothing new for us. We have already used this method in indefinite integrals, but here is a slight change that we have to take care. In this method, we make a substitution fx equal to t to reduce the given integral to a known form of integral, and then it will be easy for us to integrate the function. But we have to note down that when we make a substitution in a problem of definite integral, then we have to change the limits according to the substitution. Now, let's make the concept clear with the help of few questions, right? So let's talk about few questions of exercise 7.10, how we change the limits according to the substitution. Let's take question number 1. Here limits are given as 0 to 1, x upon x square plus 1. It's clearly visible that this can be solved by using substitution. If we assume x square plus 1 as t, so what is the derivative? 2x dx is equal to dt. But students, here we have to integrate with respect to x, and limits are also given as per x. If we are changing the variable from x to t, then definitely we are converting the function from x to t. So definitely we have to change the limits also from x to t. So when x is 0, lower limit, let's put the value here. If x is 0, so t will be 1, and when x is 1, the upper limit, so 1 square plus 1, t is 2. So the new limits will be 1 to 2, right? So 1 to 2, and then x dx. x dx, what is the value? This is dt. X dx, the value is dt by 2, so dt and half is outside, right? And upon x square plus 1 we assumed as t, so it is t. So half log t, and then apply the limits, log 2 minus log 1. Log 1 is 0, so half log 2 is the answer. Question number 2. 0 to pi by 2 under root sine phi cos raised to the power 5 phi d phi. Here we are assuming sine phi equal to t, so cos phi d phi equal to dt, right? And now the time to change the limit. When phi is 0, when phi is 0, so sine 0 is 0, it means t is also 0. And when phi is pi by 2, so sine pi by 2 is, sine 90 is 1, so t is 1. So new limits are 0 to 1. 0 to 1, root sine phi, it means root t. Now this cos 5 phi, this thing students can be written as cos 4 phi power 4 phi and cos phi, because cos phi d phi is equal to dt, so that is dt. And now this cos raised to the power 4 phi can be written as cos square phi whole phi, and this can be written as 1 minus sine square phi whole square and 1 minus t square whole square. That's what we have written here, 1 minus t square whole square. Then apply the formula, open it, integrate, apply the limits, and this is normal algebra. After that you can do it and get the final answer. Question number 4. 0 to 2 x into under root x plus 2. Here we have to assume x plus 2 as t square. If we assume x plus 2 as t square, so let's take the derivative, dx is equal to 2t dt. Now change the limit. If x is equal to 0, so t is equal to root 2, and when x is equal to 2, upper limit, so 2 plus 2 4 is equal to t square, so t is 2. So the new limits are root 2 to 2. Root 2 to 2. X. What is x? X is t square minus 2. Then under root x plus 2 means under root t square, and then dx. Dx is 2t dt. 2t dt. Right? Now 2 constant outside and root and square cancel, t into t square. Open the bracket, integrate, apply the limits and get the answer. Question number 6. Here minus is given with x square. So first of all we are taking this minus outside. X square minus x square minus x minus 4. Now completing the square method, coefficient of x is 1. 1 half of that 1 is 1 by 2 square 1 by 4. We have to add 1 by 4. We have to subtract 1 by 4. Completing the square will get this format a square minus x square. Right? Now let's change the limits. So let x minus 1 by 2 is equal to t. So dx is equal to dt. When let's take the lower limit, x is 0. So t is minus half. Lower limit, new lower limit is minus half. And when x is 2, so the new lower limit, upper limit is 3 by 2. Right? Here when we'll put the value of x as 2. So 2 minus 1 by 2, 4 minus 1, 3 by 2. So new limits are minus half to 3 by 2 and a square minus x square. Apply the formula. After that put the limits and log. Students, here LCM, we can take LCM and that 2 will be cancelled from all these 4 terms. Now log m minus log n is m by n, and then rationalize, multiply, solve. 20 plus 4 root 17, 20 minus 4 root 17, right? And then we are rationalizing here and open it and simplify and get the final answer. Question number 7. Here also first of all use the completing square method. Make the complete square. Now assume x plus 1 as t, dx equal to dt. Change the limit when x is minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1, t is 0. And when x is 1, 1 plus 1, t is 2. So the new limits are 0 to 2. T square means x square plus a square. So this is 1 by a tan inverse x by a formula, tan inverse 0. When do we have value of tan as 0? At 0 only. So this complete term will be cancelled out, and 1 we have at pi by 4. So this is pi by 8 is the final answer. Question number 8. Here we assume 2x equal to t. So 2 dx equal to dt. Change the limit when x is 1, so t is 2. And when x is 2, so t is 4. New limits are 2 to 4, half 2 by t minus 2 by t square e power t dt. Now students, do you remember that format e power x fx plus f dash x? So the derivative, the integral is e power x f of x. So here we have t in place of x. So e power t and function. What is the function? This is the function. 1 by t. Apply the limits and get the answer. Question number 9. The value of this integral. Here let x is equal to sine theta, dx equal to cos theta, d theta. Change the limit, put the values here and then simplify and apply the limits and get the final answer. Students, I hope you must have understood how to apply substitution here in definite integral. It's really not difficult, but the main highlight is changing the limits. So please try remaining questions of the exercise yourself. And stay at home, stay safe, keep practicing. Don't forget to post your comment. Thank you very much.